What's going on YouTube? Effect Records here. Today I'm bringing you a video of my 2008 Mitsubishi Lancer. How to install an eBay turbo. So I got a couple things I'm going to be doing today. So I'm going to go ahead and take you through that process. For me, I'm going to be rerouting the battery once again, but this time I'm going to be putting it in the trunk so that I can have this area open for the pipes. It'll just give me a lot more extra room when I'm coming down to actually doing the turbo install. I'm also going to be doing the blow-off valve into the MAF sensor into the throttle body, and then the other pipe's going to be routed through here up, and then like probably right here I'm just going to put a cone filter on it until I can do the finish the turbo, just so I can start that process. So that's the plans that I'm going to be doing today. So yeah, stay tuned for this video. Let's get started. So here is some cables that I bought from Lowe's that I plan to use for the battery in the trunk, so I can expand the battery wire. But here is the wire. I'm going to be messing with electrical, so I'll take off the negative cable, but since we're going to be switching the battery and putting it in the trunk, I'm just going to go ahead and take it all out so I can prepare that. So always remove the negative first. Alright, so with the terminals disconnected, now I'm going to remove the battery mount. Okay, so for me, I have this battery mount that I've created. So for you guys, if you haven't done this yet, you'll have an air box here. Just go ahead and take that out. But for me, I got this bolt back here and this screw up here that I'm gonna have to remove. Take this out and get this cleared out of the way, ready to go. So let's go ahead and undo this. Alright, give it a little pull and there it is. So that came out pretty easy. Okay, so now that I got this intake here, what I want to do now is I want to put the blow-off valve to the mass airflow sensor into the throttle body. So first I'm going to have to remove this whole intake system here. So go ahead and unclip the mass airflow sensor, just like that, and go ahead and lean that over here. And I did make that sensor bigger. I can't remember if I mentioned it in one of the videos, but I just made the wires bigger and longer and stuff like that. So once there is a screw on this little clamp right here, or you can also get a ratchet on it that you can unratchet that and this will pull off just like that, and then pull off this vacuum hose, and the intake is now off. Go ahead and set that aside, but be careful because the mass airflow sensor is still in it. And go ahead and take this bag and stick that down in the throttle body so nothing falls in there. Just like that. Alright, so to continue on the pipe routing, I'm going to go ahead and remove these couple of bolts, and then I can pry off the sides of the bumper. It should come right off because it's not fully secured, since I was going to dig into it later. So let's go ahead and remove the bumper. one side. Same thing for the other side. And then the bumper comes right off. But with that being said, when I took it off the first time, there is 2 bolts right here that hold this front grill on, as well as 1 bolt that's deep down in there like that, and I believe there's some on the sides as well. I also have with the how to install the intercooler video, it goes more in depth on how to remove the bumper. Alright, so this is going to sit right here on the throttle body, and then where that cone filter is going to have the blow-off valve, which is then going to go into the coupling that's coming up through the fender. So that's the plan for that, and then this is obviously going to go to the vacuum line right here, and everything should be ready to go. So let's go ahead and disconnect this air filter and see what we're working with. So let's remove the bag, get that out of the way. That fits pretty good right there. Okay, so from the looks of it, I gotta have a filler because this is not long enough. So what I'll probably do is get a piece of metal, like a skinny piece of metal, and then have another coupling that reaches out to this so that it's long enough. But other than that, it looks pretty good. So I think that's what we're gonna work with. So let's go ahead and make that smaller piece of metal so that we can get it all fit together. Put my brackets right there, and then I think this part is done. Then we can go ahead and route our piping upwards and then over, set the filter right here so that I can get ready for the turbo install. Alright, so I ended up having a already pre-cut that I cut earlier pipe, so I'm just going to use this one because this one will work perfectly fine. So I can take this and slide it in this area, and then I can go ahead and put this in that 90°, and then it can connect to the blow-off valve right here. But first is first, I want to take this off so that I can get a couple of these on here. And this can fit right up there like that.
You say that now, I don't have to redo it.
Go ahead and put the intake in, and then with the brackets, you can go ahead and push those on together. Just like that, and then slide those over. Then you can go ahead and click in your mass airflow sensor, rewire your vacuum lines, and tighten down your hose clamps at that end. And this is basically done for this section. Then we got to bring up the pipe and then route it through here, and then this is where the cone filter's going to sit until we get our turbo in. All right, so just to show you guys that we still have the clearance that we need, we're going to go ahead and shut the hood. Do you see it? It's kind of dark.
Yep, got clearance.
And then that's it's latched, so.
Oh yeah, we got.
Yeah, we got tons of clearance.
Let me see if I can get it on camera here. Yep, where it is.
All right, cool.
Yep.
Oh, you have to fix the top.
Oh, clips on the top.
Yeah, you gotta put it in through the top. This is the motor mount.
Oh, that's right.
And I gotta just tighten it from the bottom. Try to make sure they're going the same way. You want it all the way because it cuts off circulation in the elbow area.
Okay. And we're raising this just like that. All right, we got 2 of these.
Hold that up. Too much power drawn to the lights. Can you hit the fuse?
Yeah, go look at that stereo and see how far it's sticking out.
Alright, so that's going to work right about there. Okay, so now we got to put the
Alright, let's go ahead and recap on what I've done. When I was recording it, the camera ran out of memory. I ended up using 2 SD cards just to get what I got. So, but I got most of what we did. So basically, I got the intake going to the mass airflow sensor to the blow-off valve, all the way through the intercooler. And then on the other side of the intercooler, it routes all the way up here through this pipe. And then it comes to this cone filter right there, which is not going to be there. That's just so I can still drive it, because it's technically my daily driver. Yeah, I got the Miata, but it's been shitty weather, so I've been driving my Lancer. So that's just for temporary, obviously, because I'm putting in the turbo. But that's so I can still drive it. That's why I just did it like that. But what I plan to do is have this pipe slingshot all the way back here to the turbo. So that's the plan. There's the turbo right there. And now with the battery, this is what I went ahead and did with the battery. So I got the battery right there in the trunk. Now let's see if I can pop this open with one hand. Let me set the camera down. Alright, so there's the battery. It's using wire that I got at Lowe's, some pretty thick wire, standard cable wire that I got, and then I also got my amp wire because I'm running 2 12s But yeah, that's basically the wire install. I just ran it like if I would run an amp wire all the way to the front. So yeah, that's basically the video on how to install a blow-off valve as well as relocate the battery in the trunk. If you like this video, please comment, rate, and subscribe for more awesome videos. I will be doing the turbo here soon, like the complete install and the finishing of it, and then hopefully go to Quincy, Illinois so I can get it dyno tuned. But yeah, that's basically it. All right, peace.